Welcome to the state of Ohio. I'm Karen Kassler. Time is ticking down toward this coming Wednesday, September 15th, the date that the Ohio Redistricting Commission said it would have maps of Ohio House and Senate districts finished, after blowing through the constitutional deadline of September 1st that voters approved in 2015. This week, the commission voted to accept the maps submitted by Republican Senate President Matt Huffman as the ones they'll work off of for final versions, though the maps' creators admitted they were told not to use racial and demographic data in coming up with them.
Can you explain why you didn't consider any parts of the Voting Rights Act in your consideration of these maps before us today?
Well, I said we didn't consider racial data or demographic data in our maps, but we were directed not to use that data by the legislative leaders, and so we did not use it.
Yeah.
So I would count myself as a legislative leader, and I don't think that I shared that information with you. And this is not an ambush. This is simply a question. The Voting Rights Act is certainly a part of our election and electoral fabric, and so really just trying to get a better idea of how we are or not in compliance with these maps. So hopefully we can have some deeper conversations about that. But again, thank you for your responses.
Thank you.
And just another note, follow-up to the Leader Sykes. We just can't leave it to chance. It's prescribed in the Constitution that we comply with it. So you have to have some evidence. It has to be intentional or deliberate, some evidence that you comply with the requirements of the Constitution.
Democrats have said since Ohio voted 53% to 45% for Donald Trump in 2020, the maps should reflect that. An early analysis by a national expert suggested the maps will tip heavily toward Republican supermajorities continuing in both the Ohio House and Senate. While the Thursday meeting was announced less than a day before, there were people who mobilized to be there to comment, and many of them were angry.
It appears that this commission's majority members have decided to rush through a 4-year solution rather than work in good faith with the minority party. I suppose that cheating out in the open is a slight improvement over the secretive cheating used in 2011 to create our current district maps.
We are done with backroom deals, lack of preparation, and excuses because the majority party is so secure in their power due to the partisan gerrymandering of the last decade. We are seeing a troubling repeat of strategies that were deployed in 2011 to dilute the political power of Ohioans.
There are no excuses. We are tired. You are not going to silence me for the next 10 years. I have had enough. Ohioans have had enough. We did not vote for this. We all worked hoping that you would act in good faith and do what the voters want you to do. This is not what we voted for. This is not the process. This is not acting in good faith. This is not a meaningful process. This is just a charade to make it look like something's changed.
And I'm disgusted as a citizen of this state. The recent hearings show that the public demands fair maps. Are you all working across the aisle to make sure that that happens? Are you? Based on what we're seeing, you're not.
4 public hearings have been set starting on Sunday, with a final vote on the House and Senate maps expected on Wednesday. Still no word on the process by state lawmakers to draw the new congressional map, which will drop from 16 districts to 15. So one member of Ohio's congressional delegation will lose their job.